Hey guys, welcome to yet another episode of the Footy Podcast. And we are back again, Shaunak, with some exciting news. First of all,
Hey man,
congratulations on Liverpool qualifying for the Champions League. I mean, it sounds like a miracle, especially given the situation that they were in.
yeah, and obviously, I think we also deserve a trophy, and we should get a trophy at least for finishing third because man, like क्या हालत थी हमारी.
I think Arsene Wenger was the one who first said that they're finishing top four is itself a trophy. I think that is coming out to be true now.
Yeah,
Uh,
absolutely.
and
But did he really predict about it? Did Wenger predict about our top four?
no, he did not predict it. He initially when he was the manager of
Uh-huh.
Arsenal, he used to say that finishing in top four is actually a bigger trophy than getting winning either of the cups, domestic cups. So people
Uh-huh.
used to laugh at him
Yeah,
then, but now I think they are realizing that Wenger was the ultimate fortune teller. But
exactly,
let's
man.
move
Like
on to the
you can also.
uh, the the topic in hand that we have, and that is the transfer market, and especially for the big six. It's the thing that excites fans all around the world. I mean, the summer. I mean, it
Right.
all goes with searching, scrolling, and linking your players with the clubs and seeing what is happening. So, talk to me about Liverpool.
Yeah, man. Like there are a lot of rumors since yesterday that Ibrahim Konate to Liverpool is a done deal, and
Hmm.
40 million euros release clause will be paid in coming week. Because I also read about Fabrizio Romano's tweet like personal terms are agreed till June 2026,
Hmm.
and the deal was initially agreed in April as suggested, and but I'm not actually quite excited for this thing because you know we have we are already signing a injury prone player right now because this guy was out for 255 or 260 days in 2019 October to May, and we also have injury problems. Like we have got some injury prone defenders in our squad, like Joe Gomez, Joel Matip, and we are just adding some another injury prone player. And I
Hopefully,
don't
they
think like
can get injured or in a different time to each other. But of course, that is a big issue. I mean, even when I heard the news, I was like, why are they going for a injury prone player, especially when they have suffered heavily because of this? But maybe the doctors in the Liverpool camp are confident that Van Dijk and the Van Dijk, especially Van Dijk, can stay fit for the whole duration of the campaign. And we have to take in consideration that it was not a muscular injury or any type of injury that is recurring, hopefully, but it was an impact injury that happened to him. And usually, players come out of impact injuries better if they have a good rehab and good recovery period.
yeah, but that's only my concern about him, considering his injuries. Otherwise, I went through his videos and I've seen him actually playing Champions League games somewhat. Uh, he's a good ball playing defender, and he's
Hmm.
very good at uh, his feet and with ball exactly. And I see him being a better partner rather than Joe Gomez or Joel Matip with Virgil van Dijk.
Hmm. And maybe
Yeah.
Liverpool will finally end up playing his transfer salary, whatever the money is, by 2030 because they like to pay in installments. I mean, I think it has become a trend now, club paying 5-10 million pound a year. But hopefully this will be done and it will be a good news for Liverpool fans, especially a good players coming into EPL because he is a good player. It's just that his injury issues
Hmm.
are concerned. And there are other big
Hopefully.
transfer moves. I mean, Mbappe won to Liverpool is a fairy tale, but now with Liverpool finishing top four, do you see any possibility of that ever happening? Because he has said that he would like to play in EPL one day, and he loves the way Liverpool plays, and all those stories have come out.
Man, it's a dream move, man. To see Mbappe in Liverpool shirt is like a dream to come true because yeah, you know what kind of player he is and
I think yeah,
what he
he's
brings
the
to the
top
field.
three player in the world in right now.
He's got that electric pace and
Hmm.
explode करता है यार वो field पे जब आता है तो. And yeah, I also read about some facts and some blogs and articles like he's got some uh, great affection towards Liverpool and Klopp, because recent in 2019 or 20 he also mentioned about Liverpool, and he chooses Liverpool every single time whenever he steps up in FIFA. And recently also there were reports from France. I don't know how true they are, but he'll sign for Liverpool if Liverpool qualify for Champions League. ऐसा मैंने recently rumor पढ़ा था, but I don't know whether that's true or not, and how much we can rely on it. So
But
let's
but
see, let's hope.
one thing is for sure that Liverpool has actually saved their season by finishing in the top four, and now they can actually go out in the market and attract players because Liverpool is a big attraction for any player. But if they would have missed out on Champions League, I think that would have been difficult for them to attract big time players who would not want to play in Europa. So there's a good news for Liverpool. And let's talk about the other big
Right, right.
clubs who are going to make big moves. I mean, they have to, because especially considering how they upset the fans in the past few weeks. I mean, they want to get on the good side of the fan.
Huh.
Man United, who is seem to be linked with everyone now. There is rumors about Varane, Sancho. It looks like the most probably the closest one that is close to happening. And now
Yeah.
Kane has said that he has actually called for a "come get me" plea. He is doing everything he can. So, what do you think? Which possibility do
Exactly,
you
man.
think happening in with Man United?
Well, according to reports and according to many news I've read, I'll just come to one conclusion. I can at least we can have multiple conclusions, but the most linked player with United is Jadon Sancho since 2019, and United are really behind him because they need a right winger. And I don't know about Haaland. Haaland has yet not confirmed that he wants to move out or not, because Dortmund are willing to keep him till next season. And given the fact that Kane also wants to leave Spurs,
Hmm, that.
Kane is also linked with United and City and also Chelsea. But United, I don't think so. Like United will go that high in the market for Harry Kane, because they are badly behind Jadon Sancho, and they really need
And
a right winger.
And the way we see the bromance between Sancho and Haaland, I actually was thinking that probably they would might end up playing for the same team, because we saw that with Hazard and Courtois earlier when they both went to
Exactly.
Real Madrid. I mean, actually, we can see a situation where both Haaland and Sancho end up in Man United. Although
Hmm.
I think they would like to go for Kane, because especially he is an English player, and all those things related. He is a captain material as well. And but
Hmm.
it would just, or I think it will all come down to the finances in the end, because Kane is touted to be at around more than 100 million, and Levy is a tough negotiator. It's like hitting your head with a rock, negotiating with that guy. We have seen him pull out some amazing deals in the past. So even Chelsea, I think it is very far fetched to me. It sounds very far fetched to me, because especially they are the direct rivals of. I mean, not in terms of the league position and the league situation, but
Hmm.
in terms of the London and the geography
The
and
local derby,
yeah,
local derby.
geography and the history behind those two clubs. I think it will be much harder for Chelsea to get Kane on the other side of the town. But
Hmm.
if Chelsea do, is because we have seen become been very ruthless in the past, especially when they want to. We have seen get them players like Fernando Torres from Liverpool. I mean, I know it was a different situation, but other players as well, when they want to get their business done, they usually get it done. So if they really
Hmm.
want Kane, I think they can go for Kane, or maybe they can go for Haaland actually. But no, not many rumors are linked with Haaland and Chelsea. I don't know why, because it seems like
Hmm.
a. I think for Chelsea, Haaland is much more plausible for me. I think rather than Kane.
But I also read a rumor recently that Real Madrid are willing to sell Hazard, and Chelsea would be
Hmm,
his preferred destination.
yeah, but do you think Chelsea really need Hazard? I know who doesn't need Hazard, but I mean they have Pulisic, they have Werner, those who guys who play on the wings. What they need
Hmm.
actually is someone who can play as a center forward. They're missing that presence. So I think I
But
don't know if
huh.
Chelsea would actually
But
go
if
for
you
Hazard.
think pragmatically, I don't think Chelsea are going that big for Hazard, because
Yes,
see,
exactly.
you can also think about Hazard's age, and the injuries that he has
Hmm.
sustained recently. And Chelsea also have some great players right now, like young
Exactly.
players, and they can be nurtured. And Tuchel is doing a great
I
work,
think
and I
Chelsea
don't
in
see
a very
Chelsea
good
buying Hazard back
spot
again.
right now. Yeah, I think Chelsea are in a very good spot right now. What they need to do is just find a center forward because that is the only thing missing. I mean, I saw a stat that they are the team which is creating most number of chances under Tuchel. It's just they are not putting the
Hmm.
ball into the
Yeah,
net,
you're
and
right.
it's just like I don't know for whatever reason, just not happening for them. And hopefully, it will not happen at least till this end of the season. But going forward, they need a big presence. They need a center forward like they had in the past when they won the league, when they won the Champions League with likes of Drogba, with likes of Diogo Costa, with likes of Eto, and
Hmm.
so I think they. But why are not? Have you heard any rumors regarding Haaland and Chelsea? Because I have not. I think I have basically read rumors about Kane and Chelsea, which I think is not, which I think is less possible than the Haaland one.
Yeah, it is pretty natural linking Kane to clubs like Chelsea, United, or City, because everyone knows like the spending power
Yes.
they have, and they possess a lot of spending power capacity, I would say. And but recently, pandemic has hit a
Hmm.
lot of clubs, including I don't know about City. Like City के पास बहुत
but
पैसा है, no
but
doubt.
I
But
think this is all joke. I mean, pandemic situation, because if you look at the figures and the numbers, uh, the clubs have not actually lost a lot of money because of the not fans being not in the stadium, because they have actually found out that most of the revenues is actually coming from TV and online sources, and that has not stopped. I
Mhm.
mean, there was this figure, well, there was this report that clubs are trying to make out as if they have been affected a lot, but it is actually not the truth. They have not been affected that much as they are making out. And I really think that when in this transfer window, we are going to see some big spending. Even we saw with Chelsea last season when they splashed cash out, like brought in Timo Werner, Chilwell, bought basically a five-man team. Five. So I mean, so I think I mean, especially seeing how Ibrahimovic is. I mean, he's. I think one of out of all the owners, I think he's the one who is the most driven of all the big six team. We see him the most in the ground. Whenever I mean,
Right.
Sheikh Mansour used to come in before earlier, but now he's. I mean, I know it's not a big thing because there are other people who are there to do that job.
Mhm.
But when you see Ibrahimovic being in these games, seeing how much he wants, how ruthless he is when it comes to this, I I I I
Yeah,
I, I would
you can
not be
also see the
surprised.
passion.
Yes, I would
Huh.
not be surprised if they again go big this summer.
Uh, yeah. Actually, you're right. I'll speak in context of Abramovich because he's a very passionate owner,
Hmm.
and he has been that passionate and ruthless. Because given the record, also you can figure out that he has sacked many more managers than any other clubs.
Legends at the club.
Legends, man, and yeah, and he has this knack and habit of like you have to win at Chelsea, you have to win.
Yes,
Like he has got that kind of mentality, and that just keeps moving and just keeps pushing Chelsea hard.
exactly. I mean, that's why Chelsea are in the situation they are right now. I mean, we have talked.
Exactly.
I think United is also in for big summer. We have already talked about Sancho going there. They are also going for Kane possibly, but it will all come down to how the financial regularities occur. But talking about City, I mean, people are linking Kane as well to City, and Kane actually has, in a way, said to City that I'm your guy. I really want to play with De Bruyne. I want to be on the end of his crosses. I mean, the whole saga with Gary Neville on his podcast, sorry, on his interview. Uh,
Exactly.
but I think the ball is in the corner of the Tottenham in consideration. I think, I mean, there would be no team. I will say that who would not want Kane. I mean, City, who's actually played this whole season without a number 9. Aguero is going to go. Jesus
Hmm.
is not has not proven enough to be this proper center forward for City who can actually lead the line. So
Hmm.
they need one. I mean, but but is it think? But will Guardiola will really because we have seen City not spend big on one player. I mean, if they do spend big on Kane, it would be the first time they will actually do that. I mean, they are the Man City is a team that likes to spend 60 million on 2, 3, 4 players. They because they believe in the squad, and that has actually
Mhm.
helped them this season. If they go against that and they put all their eggs in one basket when like if it comes to Kane, it is actually going against the transfer policy that has served them well till now. So it is a big risk for City also if they actually go for Kane because he won't come cheap.
But apart from Kane, I heard that you guys are also in for a number six and left
Yes,
back, right?
yes. I mean, number six situation, I don't know how much, I mean, how strong that is now because Fernandinho has said that he will extend his deal. But
Hmm.
left back, I think City is definitely going to look for some proper candidates because we have actually not have a proper left back for some years now. I mean, Zinchenko, Fabian
Hmm.
Delph, and all these players have played their part. Mendy cannot supposed to be fit for 2 matches in a row. He is the guy is just. I think we should keep him. We should not definitely sell him. He's just a lucky omen. I mean, the guy is just winning trophies like, like I don't know. I mean, he's averaging a trophy 12 games in 12 games, averaging a trophy in 12 games in at City. And he has played not a full season if you combine all the matches, and he has the World Cup also. I mean, he is the most expensive cheerleader out there, but I mean, he is good for the squad. I think I don't know how this will play out because I'm so superstitious. I think just Mendy is actually very
Hmm.
lucky. Even when you see him when he was in Monaco, they broke the records, they won the league,
Hmm.
snatched the league out of PSG's hand. I mean, I don't know. So, but they definitely would go for a left back. I think Nuno Mendes is the one that is looking like the most possible deal. I think there is a deal that they will do a separate deal. There would be a separate deal for Nuno Mendes. I think he would come around 50 to 60 million. He is an 18-year-old
Hmm.
old guy who is looking like a big future ahead, who has a big future ahead. But there is we
He
have
was also called for this,
yes, yes, he
Portugal
was called
squad.
for Portugal and he actually scored a goal. I mean, what a goal, what a debut for him. But Sporting Lisbon, actually, I don't know why people are not talking about Sporting Lisbon. They have been doing so great this season. I mean, they just lost one match, and that was at the last possible day. So I mean, they have been doing great, and we actually have few players in the Sporting Lisbon team. We have actually two players on loan at there, so
Hmm.
we can actually do a deal much better with them because they have been the two prominent players for the Sporting Lisbon. So I think
Hmm.
Pedro Porro deal is going to happen, and he will go to Port Sporting, and Nuno Mendes can go the other way. So, uh,
Hmm.
I mean, I don't know if Kane actually can go out this summer because even though he has said that and he has laid out all his cards, the ball is still in Tottenham's court. How much of a chance do you think he has that to go out of Spurs, and where do
Uh,
you think he will go?
well, it depends on Daniel Levy, to be honest, because Kane's contract runs in 2023, if I'm not
Hmm.
wrong. And like Daniel Levy can demand as much as he wants because
True.
Kane wants to leave.
True.
Clubs are behind him, and given the fact that he's 27 or even 28, so basically now is the time to capitalize the moment. Now
Hmm.
he's now Daniel Levy must be like कि अब मैं इसको बेचूंगा इसके ऊपर
Hmm.
जितना पैसा मिलेगा I'll be very happy.
But what if he doesn't get the money that he wants?
Then I don't know, like see, Daniel Levy will make him stay at Spurs if it doesn't get that
Hmm.
kind of money.
And especially the kind of player Kane is, I think he will play for Spurs. I mean, initially it will be difficult for him because his heart is set on a move. But I don't think he will throw
Hmm.
fits like we saw Van Dijk did when he was at Southampton. He wanted that move. He stopped coming to training and he was he. I mean, we saw that happening quickly. Then wrap up
Yup.
everything deal. But I think Kane is a different sort of player. I mean, actually loves Spurs. I mean, he doesn't want to leave, but he had this crossroad of his career where if he doesn't leave now, I think he can end
Hmm.
up staying stuck there and have a
Uh,
career without trophies. Which I mean, for
hmm.
a guy who can actually go out and break all the goal scoring record for England and for in
Hmm. Hmm.
English Premier League, it's actually pretty sad that he would not have a trophy. I mean, it's not saying that Spurs would never win a trophy, but it is Spurs after all, so we never know.
And it takes a lot of time to build a team around one
True,
player.
true. And
It's not very easy in
especially
these days.
they had this team that but they just did not actually capture all those things, capture, because they came so close even with the final of the Champions League, even they came so close in the league 2 3 times when they
Yeah, yeah.
bottled it. And now that team is gone. Ericsson is gone, Dembele is gone, Dele Alli is not the same
And
player.
one interesting fact that the players recently that left Spurs
Exactly.
went on to win trophies at Inter
Exactly.
Milan.
Exactly. Ericsson, Trippier went and won the trophy at Atletico Madrid. Pochettino left and then he won the trophy in the first match.
Exactly.
Kyle Walker is actually has now looking like a player who has been winning trophies whole career. If you now average his trophies with
Yeah,
the,
like he has primed his career with winning trophies right now.
yes,
He
I
has been
mean,
super
and
excellent.
Kane must be
No doubt.
looking at all these players and thinking, yeah, I am the better player among all these players. What the hell is happening here?
Yeah, yeah, sure, sure.
So, but personally, I think I don't know. I want to see it happening, so I will say that Harry Kane leaves, and I will give it a 70% chance. And I think he will go to United. I don't know why, because I think I
Acha,
just
your heart says United.
yeah, yeah, I think yeah, he goes to United. And
But I don't want to see him neither at United nor at City because that would be very
yeah, I mean,
dangerous for us.
definitely, whichever team he goes, it's just 20 plus goals added on to that team.
Guaranteed, guaranteed.
And keeping that he can stay fit. And Kane, I mean,
Hmm.
the whole interview with Gary Neville was so amazing in a way that the way I mean the way he did this. I mean, I know people usually when you want to move, you do it back in behind the cameras, in behind the highlights of the media.
Mhm.
But the way he did it, he actually covered every topic. He in a way he said he want to go to City. In a way he said he is actually going to leave Spurs. In a way he said that he also talked about his injury issues. He wanted to get it out that he is actually not injury prone. His ankles are fine. So it was a very smart move on his part. But
Yeah, yeah. To be honest, it was kind of like he made us think like we can make out some multiple interpretations.
yes, and he wants the clubs to come out for him because he has shown his
Exactly.
cards, and he wants the club to actually have the ambition and trust in him that get this
Yeah,
guy and he will win you. He will take you to the next level. And I think
yeah,
as
yeah. And
good as
he also mentioned about reaching up to Ronaldo's and Messi's mark, and
exactly,
I actually like his ambitions, but it's a direct transfer plea. Like, please get me right
yes,
now. I'm that age. Please get me.
yes. I mean, he has thrown his ladders from the high wall, and now it's up
Mhm.
to any of these teams to get him out of that trapped castle that is called Spurs. Many
So,
people have gone out of that castle and actually won a lot of things. When you think about
mhm.
Berbatov, when you think about all those great players, even Bale, he went out and just he he's
He was
been,
rampant.
yeah, if you look at his trophy cabinets, it's pretty amazing. So
Damn.
I think with all these things, it is going to be make an exciting summer, and especially when Euros in the corner. I think, I mean, I know Harry Kane has said that he wants to get this thing done before Euros.
Mhm.
So, but we will see what happens, and
Yeah,
we will see
sure.
how this
Yeah.
next season shapes out to be, because all these teams definitely will strengthen. I have no doubt about that. Liverpool, who is, I mean, in my eyes, still the biggest title challenger if for City, because it's just the injuries that hampered them. And Chelsea under Tuchel looks as solid
Hmm.
as a team can look. And United, who
Yes.
came so close, actually have players now. If they do win the
Marvelous.
Europa League and they do cross that line, will have that team that have actually have a trophy in their hand. And if they will definitely add on some firepowers. And so that team actually is
Yes.
a collection of great individual talents. It's just the time. It is a matter of time when they will come together and start playing ball that will just blow every team, blow everyone out
Right.
in the Premier League. And we have
Right.
seen bits and pieces of that in the this season also, when they just smash teams, when they were clicking all together, like Bruno, Pogba, Rashford, Greenwood, and even Cavani. I mean,
Cavani.
this next season actually, I have a feeling will be amazing.
Next season will be kind of explosion in Premier League,
Exactly.
I'm sure.
I don't think any one team going to run away with the league.
And I'm sure that teams like West Ham and Leicester won't be even that conversation of getting top four
Exactly.
next season as well, because
Exactly.
these big clubs are going to just strengthen their squads and they will be back.
Yes. And I just before we end this video, I just want to talk about one player because I really like him, and I think I am very excited to see what happens with him, and that person is Jack Grealish.
Yeah, like it's like a smoke screen, like
Hmm.
everything is happening behind a smoke screen. If
There are
someone
strong
gets Jack
rumors
Grealish
linking
out of,
him to Arsenal.
see, like I'm saying you, like it can be a smoke screen because like there are a lot of rumors surfacing about Harry Kane, and we don't know what exactly is happening with
Hmm.
other like underrated players like Jack Grealish and James Madison even.
Would you want Jack Grealish? I mean, I know there is no. I mean, I think there is no way. There is no linking. There is no rumors around him. But
Hmm.
Liverpool actually do their business quietly, very quietly. Even when we saw with Jota, even Thiago. Thiago actually had a bit of noise, but Jota was out of nowhere. I mean, do you think
Yeah, exactly, man. Jota was out of nowhere.
Jack Grealish? Do you think he's a good fit at Liverpool? I think he will be a good fit at
See, if we,
in most teams, though.
yeah, he's a great player, no doubt. But if we decide to change a formation, then if he fits into that system, if he like Klopp wants to fit him into that system, then we need to play 4-2-3-1. Everyone knows that we play 4-3-3,
Yes.
and I don't see him playing like
Hmm.
running like a dog in our squad.
Hmm.
Like we need that kind of dictating midfielder, who just loves running. To be honest,
Exactly.
one like we had Genie Wijnaldum, who recently
Hmm.
left us, and yeah, like we have had some great midfielders recently in the past as
Hmm.
well. So I don't see him fitting into that system.
Hmm. I think I know Arsenal are not in a good spot right now. They are out of
Mm.
European competition, but I think Jack Grealish in Arsenal would be actually a very good fit and actually be the deep X factor that Arsenal is actually lacking right now, and the factor that actually take them back into the top four conversation again,
Right.
because he is that kind of a player to lift the crowd. I think the crowd would come to see him play, and so I mean, if that can happen, I think we will have a solid contender in Arsenal as well, whom we are actually as of moment not counting in to finish in the top four.
Hmm. But yeah, man, Arsenal is also a great club and a big club, and they will also
Hmm.
be spending money, and they will also strengthen the squad, hopefully.
Hmm. They do say that, but I don't know
Yeah.
if they will ever come out true. But well, let's end this on this note now,
Yes.
and we will get
Yes.
back to you with
Yes.
another video. So
Yes. Guys, please share, comment, subscribe, and like our video, and please do share your feedback. Thank you so much.
thank you.